Hello and welcome back to Magic Monday. I'm Chicken and Ruffles, and today I'll be watching round 5 and round 6 of the Pauper Challenge. As you can see, I'm currently in 13th place at 3 and 1, and I'm still playing Burn. So if you haven't been keeping up, I'm playing Burn and commenting on matches that I already played of Burn. I'm, I'm doing it in the future. Hey, I'm on the play. That's always good. And I have 2 lands in my hand. Even better. Only 1 copy of Fire Blast in my hand. This is a very keepable hand. And turn 1, I will be suspending Rift Bolt, as is my custom. And let's see what the opponent is playing. Hint. It is the Putrid Goblin combo deck. First day of class, Putrid Goblin combo. And it is taking a while. Okay, there we go. Opponent plays a mountain. I get in for my 3 damage, land for turn, Lava Spike, and Lava Runner. Opponent is at 12, and it looks like this is going to be a pretty easy game 1, barring any unforeseen complications. Alright, another land for turn. I may be drawing too many lands here, but that is fine. Opponent goes to 10, and turn 3 for the opponent. What do we got? Tapping 3 for probably Matron, but turns out to be Metamorphose. Duress. Okay. Yeah, I kind of just want to use all my spells instead of getting them, like, faux countered. Yeah, might as well use it. If it's just going to get taken out of my hand anyway, I might as well just leave them with no options to take. And Putrid Goblin comes down, finally revealing what they're actually playing. Luckily, I have Searing Blaze in my hand, and that is game 1. Easy peasy. Now, what do I bring in against Putrid Goblin combo? Uh, yeah, Molten Rain is an option. I don't think it's very good, but it can get rid of a one of the whatever bounce lands. So, it's okay. Lava Runner going second is usually an easy takeout, but I'm not 100%. I don't know if that's the right call. Flame Slash is a consideration, but I don't know if it is a very good one. And Crimson Fleet Commodore comes in again. I don't know why I keep trying to push for this card. It's already out of my sideboard in my current burn list, so it's just not very good. It's too slow. And in so many games, I just never hit 4 mana, ever. So, I don't know. I was trying it. I like to try new things on my sideboard. Okay, 1 land in my hand. Interesting. Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep it and just kind of risk it. If I hit a second land, this is a pretty good hand, but if I don't, it is not very good. And immediately get duressed. Okay. Yeah, probably Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning is what I'm thinking. Fire Blast is fine, but seeing as I only have 1 land in my hand, it isn't like a priority to take. Honestly, even Needle Drop would have been a better pick. Okay, they ended up taking Chain Lightning, which is one of the correct options, so not bad. They know I have Lightning Bolt in hand, so removal is incoming. And wow, I lucked into it. I lucked into a second land. Now, I might go for Lightning Bolt Skewer. I think Needle Drop is probably the right play. And I go for the right play. Good for me. And I draw into a second Fire Blast, which you don't like to see. Opponent Goblin Matrons and gets Putrid Goblin. Now, Chain Lightning into either Needle Drop or Skewer. Probably Needle Drop again, hoping for another land drop. And I somehow luck into another land drop. Okay, good. Opponent is at 9, and it feels pretty winnable from here, but first day of class, Putrid Goblin, and there's not much I can do. Okay, and Skirk Prospector comes down, which is all of the combo pieces they need to win. Can I interrupt it? I don't think so. I feel like I'm just hoping that they don't have the combo kill, but let's be honest, they have it. And this is going to go on for a while. I don't know why I'm not conceding yet. I should concede. Sometimes you just have to let your opponent actually do the combo, because that's what they want to do. Alright, looping Putrid Goblin first day of class like 20 times and then killing me. Sometimes this will happen. And for this reason, I should be adding some Graveyard Hate into my sideboard before the next time I play another Pauper Challenge or even another league. Because while I don't think this is a super popular deck, it is a deck, and definitely something you run into more than less popular decks, I guess. So Graveyard Hate is good. And it actually functions against a few different decks. It can fight against Tron, looping stuff out of the graveyard. It can also play against Boros decks who want to recur stuff like Rally the Peasants or Battle Screech, or Prismatic Strands, which can stop you from winning. Ah, and there is the actual win condition. And I just let them play the whole thing out. Because sometimes you just want your opponent to actually do the thing. Hooray, they did it. On to game 3. Yeah, Crimson Fleet Commodore, get out of here. Bringing in Keldon Marauders, not 100% on why I would do that. Flame Slash is a sorcery, and therefore not very good in a matchup where you have to kill something at instant speed. Yeah, still don't think Keldon Marauders was a correct sideboard option, but I did it anyway. Let's see if it actually matters. 3 lands in my opening hand is maybe one too many, but I think I am forced to keep it. Opponent is not mulliganing, which is a little scary. Hey, turn 1 Faithless Looting. I answer with a Lightning Bolt. And looking back on it now, I probably should have just used Chain Lightning on my turn and left up Lightning Bolt as it is instant speed removal. Turn 2, I draw into Fire Blast. Probably just going to go for a Needle Drop here. Or Skewer. Okay. Opponent is down to 11. Opponent is back up to 12. And I drew into a Lava Spike. Not a bad draw. Opponent goes to 9. Goes to 8. I draw into a lava spike. Opponent is at 5. And now I just need to draw into a burn spell before they can combo kill me. Putrid Goblin is here. Unfortunately, my opponent does not have the kill immediately. And I draw into Lava Runner, which does not actually win the game. I'm considering this in-game. And force the block. Putrid Goblin comes back with a minus counter. Opponent goes up to 6, which makes killing them slightly more difficult. But they opt to go for the Flamewake Invoker, which is not something that I really care about. I draw into Curse of the Pierced Heart, which is possibly one of the worst things I could draw here. Opponent goes to 5. And I'm just hoping against hope they can't draw into their combo kill. Manamorphose. That tells me they are still digging. Duress. Okay, well, you're going to force my Fire Blast. And now if I draw into a Searing Blaze, I won't be able to play it. Opponent is down to 1. So if they can't kill me this turn, Curse of the Pierced Heart will win me the game. Manamorphose again. Still digging. They need Skirk Prospector plus First Day of Class, I think, to win. Okay, First Day of Class. They got part of it. And they're using the Learn mechanic to grab a card out of their sideboard. I think the Ponder or Preordain, whichever it is, for 3 mana. Which they won't actually be able to play, so not very good, honestly. Right, Introduction to Prophecy. And Prospector. And I don't think they can sacrifice Putrid Goblin. Yeah, because it has a minus counter on it already. And I think this is where I win. Okay, sacrificing Putrid Goblin for mana. And now they have 3 mana. Probably just going into... Okay, Faithless Looting. Flashing it back out of the graveyard. I don't know how they could possibly win from here, but maybe they could. They discarded a First Day of Class, so... They probably know they can't win. And that is the match. And we move into round 6. I'm in 11th place at 4-1. And this is the game where I thought the game was broken. As you can see, my opponent is not playing the game, which I found quite troubling. It turns out I played against House of Mana after this in a league, and they told me what happened was they had a bad round 5, and they just decided to go to sleep instead of continuing the Pauper challenge. I didn't know that. I thought the game was fucking up, and I thought maybe somehow they could just win from this. I was very afraid I was just going to lose out of nowhere. So pleased to be enjoying the next several minutes of the a time lapse of the game just kind of scaring the shit out of me. Usually in a league, if you're inactive for 5 minutes on your timer consecutively, you'll be booted for inactivity. But in the Pauper Challenge, it turns out you have to wait 15 minutes of inactivity to be kicked, which is the reason I was so scared. Because after 5 minutes had passed, I assumed they were still there, and I didn't know what was happening. And so a full 15 minutes pass, and I take the match due to inactivity, making my record a whopping 5-1 for the next round. So thank you. I tip my hat to you, House of Mana MTG, who, as it turns out, is also playing Tron, which is not a great matchup for Burn in the first place. So I tip my hat to you again, House of Mana MTG. Thank you for the free win. I appreciate it. And that's gonna I guess I should just wrap it up now because it's about to be over. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next week for the final episode, or the final part, I guess, of the Pauper Challenge series, at least this one. And I'm probably not going to do Magic Monday next month, as nothing is really happening. I could play more Pauper Leagues, but, you know, I kind of do that in my free time too, so I probably won't continue doing that. I mean, maybe every once in a while I'll do one of those, but I might end up doing like a spoiler review for Modern Horizons 2, which is finally starting to get spoilers. I'm hoping to see some cards that are actually like Pauper playable soon. But so far, nothing has jumped out at me. Also because there hasn't actually been any commons spoiled yet, I don't think. Right. I would have been very sad if they had won somehow. But they didn't. So I will see you next week for the final episode of Magic Monday for the month, and for the final video in the Pauper Challenge series. I'll see you then for that. Wait, no. I'll see you for that then. Bye-bye.